employer forum, networking forum, on October 22nd. And it's at the People's Church on 144th and 104th Avenue in Surrey.
This is a room full of job developers sharing tips and information.
I always feel that job developers are different from case managers because we are connecting our clients, our job seekers, directly to the employers, to the real world.
Now, getting back to as far as what you want to do, have you thought more about that? Have you sort of looked at that?
Kim Andrews is a job developer. She helps job seekers like Brad find and retain work.
To be honest, I've looked at it, and anything I've done, I've pretty much liked.
Brad's very intelligent, and he's got great people skills. But a cancer in his youth left him with issues of impulsivity, time organization, and poor ability to complete tasks. He needs extra help finding and keeping employment. Kim's been helping Brad to see his strengths as well as acknowledging areas that need work. And then she'll help him link to a supportive employer, likely one of several with whom she's cultivated a working relationship.
You know, in my opinion, job development is one of the hardest jobs in our sector. While you need to be an employment counselor coach sometimes, you need to be a recruiter and a business developer another time.
Jane Barron was a job developer for many years. Now she trains others to become certified job developers through an organization called Life Strategies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No two job developers do exactly the same thing.
So what you might want to do is put your hand up here.
Much depends upon the clients being served. Finding the right employers and keeping them on board is also a big part of the job. If your employers have jobs to fill and you don't have clients to fill those jobs, you risk alienating your employers. This was the situation Jane found herself in 4 years ago. Lots of job postings, but no clients with appropriate skills. A light went on.
So, in speaking with a few colleagues, they were experiencing the same issue. So we thought, well, why don't we come together and share our postings with one another so that the employers are getting the service that we said we will do.
And so 4 years ago, the Job Developers Resource Network, or JDRN, was formed. With 22 job developers attending the first meeting, it was an idea whose time had obviously come.
I was not from the inside of this industry, and so this network has been extremely valuable for me to get to know more about how this whole industry works.
It's a new learning process for all of us. I mean, some of us have been in this industry a very long time, but I never closed the door to think that I know it all, and so yeah, it's a learning experience to be here.
I come mostly for the networking, and it's been a really valuable source of connecting with events and particularly different programs.
Everybody has a different measure of expertise and a different client group, and so all of that helps me to do a better job and to go away feeling, kind of like, okay, I can do this another day.
They look to other members of the network for support with a difficult client situation, and they share job leads.
I have somebody in Delta that's looking for a wage subsidy contract, and I'm having trouble recruiting for it. The employer is really good because
this has not been without challenge. Trust can be an issue for what is essentially a competitive group.
Because in sharing the postings, we were then also sharing the employer contacts. And those are like gold to a job developer.
You kind of want to keep all the employers to yourself, but you realize it doesn't work that way. It can't. You have to be open. You have to be able to share. We just talk, and it just works much better the way we have it now.
When we're able to go that span and increase that base, we are further developing those relationships with employers and strengthening that relationship.
Even when it's not our candidate.
Exactly.
I want to be the hero to the employer. And if I'm the hero to the employer, I'll be hero to the job seeker as well. It's not about me necessarily, but I'm helping both ends.
My name is Margaret Fair. I'm the HR manager for Westgar, which is a precision sheet metal manufacturing shop in Port Coquitlam.
An employer or two is invited to come for every meeting, and today it's Marg Fair.
You have a pool of people that you're representing that are looking for work. I have job vacancies. Win-win. Westgar is the largest precision sheet metal shop in the Pacific Northwest, and they've grown significantly over their history of about 48 years. So So what I have done is I've invited the job developers to come in and spend an hour, hour and a half walking the shop floor, getting to see what we actually do.
The more information that we can give to our clients, the more they know about what to expect. That makes us more credible in their eyes, and it actually is a motivating factor for clients feeling much more secure when they go out to employers. When they're very unsure, sometimes they don't even bother going.
Brad needs a smaller, more flexible workspace, so Westgar would not be a good match for him. But other job developers in the network have placed many clients with Westgar in the past. Marg is sold on using the network.
One phone call gets the jungle drums beating, and they put the word out among themselves.
She feels she not only benefits from the expanded job seeker pool, but has also learned about programs and employer support opportunities and been able to let job developers know what most helps the employer. And of course, it saved her time. It also saves time for job developers, most of whom are overwhelmed with caseloads and paperwork. Jane would like to see job developer networks develop throughout the province and eventually across Canada. Not a pipe dream.
I would say people who work in job development are extremely passionate people who are really, really creative and who love to solve problems. And I'm just happy to be part of that, really, because it's just incredible what's being done.